Genshin Impact released almost 2 years ago in September of 2020. Since the massively successful launch, the game has stuck to a rigid content cycle, updating every 6 weeks like clockwork. That is, until disaster struck. On April the 28th, 2022, developer Hoyoverse announced that for the first time in the game's history, the next version update would be delayed indefinitely. Many assumed the harsh conditions of the Shanghai COVID lockdown were to blame, but in reality, the actual culprit was one of Hoyoverse's own creation.
Tell me something. If I'm gonna stay around, what kind of person do you want me to be to you? What's that look on your face for?
Yelan is our latest 5-star character to be introduced to Genshin Impact. When Yelan was first revealed to the rest of the team, absolute chaos ensued. The characters of Genshin are always intended to be idealistic and attractive, but this time we had taken it too far. Sure, our characters such as Jeanne and Lisa are beautiful. Raiden and Eula are stupidly attractive. However, Yelan was on a level we had never reached before. But Jesus H. Christ, we had created a character so attractive she could only be described as bonkers nutty, turn your brain to putty, dummy thick hot.
Upon the reveal, several members of the team suffered from immediate physical reactions. Several employees' faces turned as red as a hot pepper, one or two even emitting faint steam from their ears. At least half a dozen members of the team suffered from extreme strain and bulging in their eye sockets, and elsewhere. But the worst was Steve. No one had prepared me for what was to come. When the image of Yelan was first revealed, my jaw immediately dislocated. I lost all control of my facial movements as my jaw literally fell to the floor. Not only that, but my tongue suffered from what the doctors have now explained to me as hyperextension as it rolled across the conference room floor. The reactions were not only physical. The overstimulation of Yelan's appearance has also been very straining on our team's mental health. When we initially asked for feedback at the unveiling, the team's verbal contributions were nonsense. Hamuna, hamuna, hamina, auga, boyong. We could not make any sense of it. It was as though the average IQ in the room dropped significantly within seconds of the reveal.
I've had to carry around this pillow to conceal my excitement for Yelan. At the beginning of version 2.6, I initiated the teapot maintenance. During this time, players could not decorate their in-game homes. This maintenance was only meant to take place over several hours. It has now been over 5 weeks in which the players have had no access to this feature. I literally just have to press the complete button. I've just been way too bricked up to get around to it.
I've had to carry around this pillow to conceal my excitement for Yelan. It's been very hard to concentrate. I've noticed many of my colleagues have neglected their work in order to review Yelan's design more thoroughly. Lately, there is a constant guttural murmur around the office, sporadically interrupted by exclamations from team members.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
I have found it quite difficult to get work done.
当然，最主要是负责销售的，可是也会需要和部门的团队准备一些产品资料。
My wife.
不好意思，杨先生。
Have they told you about the pillows?
Hoyoverse are not the first team to suffer this unexpected development. Back in 1998, Pfizer introduced a new compound developed to treat hypertension. During the clinical trials of this new drug, patients were no less stressed, but much more stiff, leading to the invention of Viagra. Hoyoverse will likely also see a lucrative outcome from this similar scenario, but the team will need time to recover from the initial shock of Yelan's impressive debut. With the recent announcement of development returning to schedule, it seems the team is finally pulling it together.
我想问，这职位的日常工作内容是什么？
Luckily, the team has recovered for the most part. Productivity has increased back to our baseline expectations, and in-office drooling has reduced greatly since Yelan's reveal. I think we're going to stick to designing dudes for the next few banners. And we look forward to our players getting to meet Yelan in our next update. We're going to make so much fucking money.
My wife.